Welcome back to our PCT Short. I'm Jonah Johnson. So question of the week for us here in Southern Ohio predominantly, why is the wheat heading out so early? So we ran a report and we compared data from March 1st to April 27th today, from 2025, and compared that to 2026. And as of right now, we're about 250 to 305 GDUs, growing degree units, ahead of where we were in 2025. So how does this apply this year? So this is very similar to when you plant corn late and the corn always typically catches up at the end of the season and still matures. That plant, hence the wheat, has been signaled by all these GDU accumulations and progressed rapidly. So even though we may have shorter wheat this year, the wheat knows it needs to move ahead, and hence why the heads are pushing out sooner. So what does that mean? So moving forward, this could escalate our fungicide applications. We could be 2 to 3 weeks ahead of schedule. So if you haven't got out in your wheat, make sure you're out there looking at that. Now keep in mind, 10.5.1 on the Feek scale is when we want to start our fungicide application. So that's when we start seeing anthers emerge in the center of that head. So 10.5.1 is in the middle, 0.2, and then 0.3 when we have full flowering. And so it's always better to be a little earlier than late. And looking at the head scab predictor website on Penn State's website, we're at a low to medium risk right now for most of Ohio. So in Northern Ohio, they're not as far as ahead. You're typically anywhere from first joint to second joint right now. This is pretty predominantly mostly Southern Ohio. So keep that in mind as you're scouting your wheat fields and planning your fungicide applications, because that could really escalate and move along as temperatures tend to increase. Now, flowering, in regards to yield potential, we're gonna have shorter wheat, perhaps shorter, lower yield potential, but this is all highly dictated by what temperatures look like during our grain fill period. We have cooler air temperatures, especially at night. We still could have some really good wheat yields here in Ohio. So for more, follow us on PCTnutrients.com and X. I'm Jonah Johnson. Thanks for watching.